What is up, internet? I am driving into my shop right now to water my microgreens, and I bought this like robot that I'm gonna a CNC router, and I'm gonna try to make some structural components for a home grow kit that I'm going to be selling. So if you're into growing stuff at home and eating really fresh, nutritious food, stay tuned for that. But anyways, what this video is, I want to make a video about is why I think John McAfee is wrong about Bitcoin. And so as many of you probably know, he has this prediction out there that Bitcoin will hit $1 million by the end of 2020, or he'll eat his own dick, in his own words. He says that it's completely certain, like 100% probability that Bitcoin will pass $1 million. He says it's statistically impossible for it to not be at $1 million by the end of 2020. Like it's an absolute certainty. For one, anytime you ever hear someone saying something is an absolute certainty, you probably shouldn't believe them, because nothing is absolutely certain. Nothing that I say is absolutely certain, even close. So why is it not an absolute certainty that Bitcoin will hit 1 million? But personally, I hope it does hit. I hope Bitcoin hits $1 million this year. I mean, that would certainly make me a lot of money. I do own some Bitcoin, although Bitcoin is I think only my third or fourth largest holding as far as crypto. And I do think Bitcoin will go up in value over the next few years, but I just don't think it'll hit $1 million. And I think it's just not a certainty that it will. And I think it's almost I think that it's most probable that it will not hit $1 million. So why? Okay, so McAfee bases his argument on a couple things. First thing he says is that if you look at the cost for mining one Bitcoin, and you just plot that on a curve, it passes $1 million before 2020. So just because something costs $1 million to mine doesn't mean that people will mine. People will only mine something that costs $1 million if they can sell it for more than $1 million, or if they think that in the near future they'll be able to sell it for more than $1 million. If it costs $2 million to mine a Bitcoin, Bitcoin's selling for 500,000, no one's gonna mine Bitcoin. Like, you're just not gonna mine something if you can't sell it for more than it costs to produce it. So just saying, it's just a backwards argument. There's asteroids that have billions and trillions of dollars of gold and precious metals that are out there, but it would cost even more than that. It would cost trillions and trillions of dollars to go retrieve it. So just because something is there and it's possible to mine it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Some things are cost restrictive. And one of the biggest problems that I think Bitcoin is going to run into is the very fact that eventually it will become cost restrictive to mine Bitcoin. And so McAfee's second argument, or his other main argument, and I've heard him saying about Bitcoin, is it has the biggest network and it has the most users and all that. Well, yeah, it does have the most the biggest computing network as far as I know. There are more miners mining Bitcoin than anything else, and that is valuable. But what's going to happen in that network when it starts to become not profitable to mine Bitcoin? It's going to shrink. So the value of Bitcoin will shrink if the network shrinks, and the network will shrink if it becomes too expensive to mine. So once that happens, once you can't actually make any money mining Bitcoin, in order to keep the miners around, you're going to have to institute fees. And so instead of getting paid in new Bitcoin, they're getting paid in old Bitcoin that other people have, the people who are sending transactions using Bitcoin, they are going to be the ones that have to pay for the miners. It's a proof of work algorithm. Like, Bitcoin is proof of work. Someone has to be doing work, and the work that they're doing is actually a very inefficient way to do the work. It's a very secure way, but it's also very energy inefficient. So it's just going to always be expensive to use Bitcoin, and I think it's going to get just way more expensive once miners can't actually mine Bitcoin. Like, it's possible that just Bitcoin won't even be very secure at a certain point because because no one's actually mining it. So I don't know. That's just what I think on the topic. Let me know your thoughts. I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this. I feel like anytime someone says something bad about Bitcoin, people don't want to hear that. People just want to hear what they want to hear. But you guys need to be thinking about this critically. Just because some random old cocaine addict chain smoking cigarettes, coughing up a lung on the news or on a YouTube channel says that Bitcoin is absolutely certain to hit 1 million, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. You can't just believe someone just because they said it. And if you kind of look at just who McAfee is, I mean, he's kind of a sketchy character. Like, yeah, he's a smart guy, and I like listening to a lot of what he says about blockchain in general. But the guy isn't he doesn't appear to me to be the most reliable guy. Like, I wouldn't trust him with like would you let McAfee borrow your car? Like, I don't know, maybe I would, just because it'd be funny, it'd be cool to say McAfee borrowed my car, but like, would I be worried about my car coming back like in a pile of junk? Like, I don't know, I got insurance, so it doesn't matter. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not one of those kinds of guys who's like that reliable. Just listen to him. He's a character, and he's entertaining, but don't bet your life savings on him, is all I'm saying. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Try to keep the hate to a tolerable level, or don't. You can hate on me as much as you want, I guess. It's a free country. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. If I get over 1,000 subscribers, I can start making money on YouTube again. I used to make like $45 a month on YouTube, and then YouTube changed their monetary policy. So like, now I don't make anything until I get 1,000 subs. So hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't like what I said, just help a brother out. All right, thanks guys.